Tonight on CTV, find out why residents of Parmalee Hall were evacuated.
And ask Catholic students what Notre Dame means to them.
And see what these adorable pups were doing on the plaza.
Good evening, Rams. Thank you for joining us.
Tonight we bring you more on the meth bust, Polis's oil and gas overhaul, and of course the latest on ACSU. I'm Edgar Cedillo.
On Saturday night, students were evacuated from Parmalee Hall after their rooms were flooded. Police say a student intentionally broke a fire sprinkler, causing numerous rooms to flood. Tu Yen Fan, a student employee at Parmalee, says students are finally recovering from this disaster. CSU police are continuing their investigation to find out who is responsible for this incident. According to the CSU Parents and Families Facebook group, many students who were affected had nowhere to sleep, and some even resorted to sleeping in their cars. Tony Miyamoto, the director of CSU Housing and Dining Services, told the Coloradoan more than 500 students were evacuated.
The world watched in awe as Paris's iconic Notre Dame Cathedral was ablaze yesterday. The 850-year-old cathedral caught fire at about 6:45 local time. Today, Ram Catholic told me that what Notre Dame means to them.
In a world-famous cathedral which was built in the 13th century and survived destruction from the French Revolution and both World Wars, was engulfed in flames on Monday night. People from across the world, including here at CSU, recounted what they saw.
It's definitely heartbreaking. Just to see such a beautiful church that's burning down. It holds so much history for the Catholic Church.
The cathedral, which was undergoing renovations to its roof, suffered moderate damage. On the inside, many priceless relics, including the famous crown of thorns, which was believed to be worn by Jesus, was saved during the fire.
I feel like it's bringing the church closer together through Holy Week, and I think that's really beautiful.
For Catholics around the world and in France, the fire at Notre Dame comes during Holy Week, just days before Easter.
I think it's a real tragedy, especially during Holy Week. There's many relics in that church, and it's almost 900 years old.
Many people from around the world and different religions came together to support Catholics, and many across social media shared their memories from their visit to the cathedral.
I really hope that people have the humility and kindness to reach out during this time, especially during Holy Week, because as Catholics we want to give the best to everyone else.
In a troubling time for the Catholic Church in France and across the world, many hope that the symbolism of Easter and the resurrection reigns true during this time.
Yeah, just even to see God's light through the fire and see everyone coming together.
In the coming days, the bells at Notre Dame will toll, and other churches from across the world will also toll their bells in a show of solidarity days before the biggest holiday for Catholics and Christians.
Support from around the world is already pouring in. France's President Macron says he hopes to have the cathedral restored within 5 years. And according to CNN, the University of Notre Dame will be donating $100,000 to the cathedral's restoration.
The election results for the next student body president and vice president of CSU and leadership for ASCSU were announced last week. Reporter Ren Wadsworth has all the details.
The 2019-2020 student government leadership was announced on Thursday evening. After the long race between the candidates, the results were anticipated and students poured into the Senate chamber for the outcome. Blake Alfred was declared as the next Speaker of the Senate for the Associated Students of Colorado State University.
Excited to be serving as Speaker of the Senate for the 2020 term. I think this was a fantastic race with a bunch of candidates, and I think that in the end the students had their voice listened to and their voice was taken, and they made me Speaker of the Senate. So I'm really excited. There's a lot of work we have to do, and I'm looking forward to this year.
Here's the final one you've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please.
Benjamin Amundsen and Alex Ferris were announced as the president and vice president-elect for the upcoming school year, with mixed reactions from those in the crowd.
To be honest with you, I'd love to consider it a huge victory, but it's actually more of a start to a lot more work that we have to get accomplished at this point. We have some big goals. We want to end U+2. We think we can lower parking costs and bring more spots. We believe no Ram should go hungry, and we have a lot of work to deliver on that promise as well.
We believe in you, Rams, and we are so excited and we are privileged that you voted us to serve you.
That's perfect. That's great. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much.
Ren Wadsworth, CTV, Channel 11.
For more information and election news, you can visit collegian.com.
A bill that sparked debate and even recall efforts across the state was signed into law this afternoon. The controversial bill, called Protect Public Welfare Oil and Gas Operations, will overhaul the oil and gas industry in Colorado. Governor Jared Polis signed the bill at 3:30 in the afternoon at the state capitol. The bill would allow local governments to regulate the location of wells, and it would also mandate that state regulators emphasize public safety ahead of promoting oil and gas production.
The Poudre School District must relocate a ditch at one of its new school sites. The cost? Between $4 and $6 million. The ditch runs parallel to Prospect Road, and the new school site will be just east of I-25. The city of Fort Collins plans to add extra lanes in order to accommodate increased traffic from the school. However, this puts the ditch too close to the road. This means PSD must move the ditch 40 feet north of where it is now. The district also plans to cover the ditch to maximize the amount of usable land for the school. However, school board member Carolyn Reed has expressed concerns about the cost of covering the ditch. She referenced Eystone Elementary School, where an uncovered ditch is separated from students by a chain link fence. The ditch is currently located here, north of Prospect Road and east of I-25. The Poudre School District, however, needs to move it 40 feet north, from here to here. The board decided to move forward with covering the ditch, saying the land was too valuable to leave unused. The contract was approved 6-1, with Reed voting no.
The climate action group Defend Our Future held a press conference at CSU on Thursday afternoon to discuss the proposed rollback of the federal mercury and air toxin standards. In December, the Trump administration publicized their plan to get rid of mercury and toxic air regulations. The regulations are meant to lower the amount of air toxins emitted by coal-fired plants, including 9 here in Colorado. According to Seth Harrison, CSU Director of Defend Our Future, the rollback would have negative impacts on the public health of women, children, and low-income populations, as well as communities of color.
A national meth bust arrest in northern Colorado happened last Thursday when police arrested Richard Todd Henson on a warrant for violation of bail bond conditions, possession of a controlled substance, and other charges. This arrest was part of a larger northern Colorado drug task force investigation. Edgar Josue Gonzalez Macias and Jose Ronaldo Gonzalez Macias were arrested on February 28th for suspected distribution of a controlled substance. Police urge anyone with any information regarding their whereabouts to contact 970-416-2560. A Fort Collins man was arrested on Friday after he brought a knife to a dogfight. 22-year-old Cody McGovern told police he was walking his dog when he and his 61-year-old neighbor, James Morris, argued about McGovern's dog's poop. Morris allegedly threatened to call the property management company, and McGovern said he thought Morris would fight him. McGovern then returned to his home and exited 10 minutes later, brandishing a pocket knife. He said Morris then ran at him, so he stabbed him in the leg. 2 witnesses told police they heard an argument and saw Morris take a step toward McGovern. McGovern was arrested on suspicion of first-degree assault and will appear in court on April 23rd.
Lighter dog news. Pups took to the plaza last week to relieve students' distress. Reporter James Clark has the story.
If you were lucky enough to be walking through the plaza last Thursday, you might have noticed some unfamiliar faces on campus helping to promote CSU summer session.
So we've done pups on the plaza, gosh, I can't even tell, at least 5 years, if not more.
The pups are therapy dogs from the habic organization on campus.
habic stands for Human-Animal Bond in Colorado, and we are a center here at CSU in the School of Social Work and the College of Health and Human Sciences. And what habic does is we train therapy dogs to go into schools and work with kiddos in anywhere from preschool on away to high school, and then, or nursing homes, hospitals. We're in the Eating Recovery Center down in Denver, mental health hospitals, those sort of things.
Besides promoting summer session, the habic pups also hope to brighten students' days.
Yeah, I think just petting a dog in your day is like a highlight for sure, and it kind of just helps make the rest of the day better and less stressful.
There is no rule that says only dogs can be therapy animals.
We adopted Tony back in 2006. We soon realized that he was pretty unusual, extremely affectionate, extremely loving, very outgoing to every single person that he met. I just thought and said to my husband, I wonder if there's such a thing as a therapy cat. Lo and behold, there is and was. And so we went through the training and became qualified as a animal-assisted therapy team, and we've been volunteering for 10 years now.
This is James Clark reporting for CTV 11.
For more information about Habic, you can visit their website at habic.chhs.colostate.edu. Okay, those were like the cutest puppies ever.
Oh,
I saw them on the
were.
plaza on Thursday, and they were just all over you, loving up on you, so I love them.
Yeah, me too. I actually had the opportunity to meet some of those dogs a few months ago when they came on to Humans of CSU. And yeah, I gotta say, those were like some of the most adorable, well-trained dogs. They sat on their owner's lap for the entirety of the interview and just, it was adorable.
Oh, I love them. Maybe we can get our boss to have dogs on the show, so we'll see.
That'd be great.
But that is all we have for News Rams. Don't move a muscle. We will bring you the weather up next.